Tell me, ma, not to quite put the tea on just yet because we're in the next round. Tranmere match review. Welcome back to the video on the channel, Newcastle fans. If you are new to Black and White Banter, you're one of the new subscribers. We've had a few in the last couple of days. Make sure you drop down, give us a like. That little like gets a little bit further up the search bar so we can get even more subscribers. Wouldn't that be nice? And if you like my opinion, if you are new to the channel, drop us a subscribe because every single time a video gets posted, you'll be notified. So, it's done. It's dusted. We can relax. It wasn't the prettiest on the eye, but Newcastle United are in the third round of the Carabao Cup. That's all that mattered. There's lots of talking points about that game and things to improve on, which I'll touch on in a second. But the bottom line with cup games, especially in these tricky away ties, places like Tranmere Rovers in front of the Sky cameras, is to get through to the next round and be in the hat. Draw was made tonight as well. So that's all I was bothered about, getting over the line. Now, was it pretty tonight? No. Was there many positives to come from tonight's game? In my opinion, no. It was a much changed team. Much change being 10 changes apart from Joe Willock, who kept his place in that attacking midfield, rolling it near Elliot Anderson. And the only player, in my opinion, quite honestly, who came out of that with any significant credit, who's trying to break into the first team, was Elliot Anderson. What a youngster we have on our hands. That's the first time I've seen him, well, first time any Newcastle fans have seen him in a competitive game from the start for Newcastle United, and he was fantastic for me. Full of running, confident on the ball, filling pockets of spaces between the midfield and the forward position with Chris Wood. He was causing them havoc. He always wanted the ball. He was a willing runner. And I do honestly think, I'm not jumping the gun, because obviously I know he did amazing things at Bristol Rovers last season. We have a talent in that boy. And after watching that tonight, I tell you, for me, again, it might sound a bit hasty because the Premier League is very different to Tranmere Rovers away, but I'm just basing it off what's in front of me on the screen tonight when I've watched it on the telly. He goes ahead of me for a central position over Sean Longstaff at the moment. I know Sean Longstaff might play a little bit deeper. If you are talking about an attacking central midfield area, say, for example, if Joe Willock was injured, it's Elliot Anderson for me. And I've got no doubts about it. Eddie Howe is going to be trying to dip into the transfer market to bring somebody in. But he tonight was wonderful. Almost scored in the first half when he flashed it across the post. He was, like I say, causing them so many issues. And I do think, although he's still a raw talent, that he is definitely someone for us to get excited about. I can feel it. We haven't had many from this academy, if you want to call it that. It's been an absolute shit show, our academy, for the best part of 10 years now. Andy Carroll was the best sort of talent I can remember coming through in recent years. So this could be a special one we've got in our hands. But apart from that, defensively, yes, maybe a couple of players did stake a claim. I thought Lascelles, who got absolutely battered to pieces tonight, his poor nose. Good job he's not scared of blood, because he would have had to been off after 5 minutes. It was pouring and pouring and pouring, but he continued, took his goal well. Second time lucky, bang, just when we needed it before half-time. And I expected him to stake a claim a little bit. I was a bit sad that he had to go off, but generally speaking, I thought Murphy was very, very, very poor tonight. That would be the one who I would put on the really bad list from tonight's performance. Didn't cause them any problems, didn't really take any players on, didn't create any chances for himself. Just didn't do very much, and that's worrying. That is worrying. Even as the game dragged on and the Tranmere players started to get more tired, he did not look at the races to me at all tonight. I thought Matt Ritchie played as Matt Ritchie would. He's someone I'd probably like to see shipped on now. He's been a great servant, but just doesn't offer much when he plays slightly further up the field like he was tonight. Chris Wood took his goal well. He should have had two. He had another chance, obviously, that he missed that the goalkeeper saved when he was clean through. Again, we know what we're getting with Chris Wood. He's static. He wants the ball to feet. He wants balls chucked into the box that he can go after like his goal. But I just never saw Sean Longstaff, I don't think, covered himself in glory tonight. I never saw enough of these fringe players staking a claim. Matt Targett went off at half-time. He didn't have the best of halves with the first goal that we conceded. He was caught very short, which was worrying. He burst out and didn't track his man. Is that a bit of lack of match fitness? I don't know. But again, I'm not seeing any players there who've started tonight who are going to be barking on the door, apart from Elliot Anderson maybe saying, hello, Howe, give me more fucking minutes, because that was a hell of a performance. Kieran Trippier, what can we say? The man is just a level above. Put Kieran Trippier against a League Two team, and Kieran Trippier looks an absolute world beater. Not that he doesn't against Premier League sides, but he was an absolute class above. Kid comes on, sets up the first goal with a corner, sets up the second goal with a corner. He was pinging balls. He almost set up Chris Wood for that chance he missed. Composed. He's just amazing, and he actually got man of the match. I mean, he didn't even play the full match, and his stats were first for chances created, first for tackles, first for everything. It was just incredible. The man, honestly, I would not kick the man out of bed. And I'm sitting here as a total straight man. I love the guy. Absolutely love the guy. One of our best defensive signings since I can remember. You're going back to the Johnny Woodgate days for me, since I've seen a better defender in a Newcastle shirt. He is class. So, yeah, he was the game changer. But, hey, we threw. I'm disappointed with the performance, because I wanted some of them fringe players to give us more to think about and to give Eddie Howe more to think about. Maybe looking through different eyes. Of his eyes, he came out and spoke very highly of the performance. Yes, we were gritty. Yes, we honed. Yes, we dug deep and matched them for aggression. But you'd still expect more chances to be created against Tranmere Rovers. And we didn't really do that. So that's why I was a little bit disappointed. It's Crystal Palace in the next round of the Cup for anyone who hasn't managed to watch the draw. We are at home. It's not going to be played until November, which is a long way away. We've obviously got Crystal Palace in our next home game. So playing them twice in a couple of months. I like the fact we're at home, and that's not going to be an easy tie at all. So I would like to hope Eddie Howe will probably go first team for that. But you've got to play better teams to get further on. And will we get some momentum in this competition? Who knows? Would I love that more than anything in the world? Yes. We sign in players. Hopefully this Isaac, if you haven't watched my video on Alexander Isaac, I've just posted it. So if you just have a flick down, I'll go into a little bit more detail on who he is, what sort of striker he is. So make sure you check that one out. It looks like we're spending money. So this cup competition, if we bolster our squad a little bit more in the next week, it could be something we could see. We should be looking at this year. And I'm saying that through, hiding eyes, fingers crossed, toes crossed, because there's nothing I want more than a trip to Wembley, or just the excitement of getting to a semi-final or pushing it all the way. I just want it so bad. So who knows this season? See off Crystal Palace, that's a Premier League team out. We've just got to keep one game at a time in these cup competitions, but hopefully Eddie Howe can be the man to finally take cup serious after Mike Ashley starved us of that. So fingers crossed Eddie Howe is the man. Who knows? One game at a time, but we in the third round. I've probably sounded a bit negative on this video about the performance, because I didn't think that second team gave the first team too much to talk about, which was disappointing. But hey, we in the draw. And who knows? So if you are new to Black and White Banter Newcastle fans, make sure you drop down, give us one of these, get us up that search bar, drop us a subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you thought about tonight's performance against Tranmere. If you saw any players in that fringe team who could maybe burst in, you saw something maybe I didn't from a couple of them, let us know, and let us know what you think about the latest transfer news on Isaac, and check out my previous video on him as well. Hopefully, it could be our year. Who knows?